I'm eating my fingers. We were over at my parents, and we're trying. I wanted to come over and just sort of get some ideas for 2012. I have these new waterfall sewer pipe things that a friend gave me out of one of the spirit stores, which I will throw in a clip right now. So here are the sewer pipes for the waterfalls, and then right down there on the ground, the clear plastic is the actual waterfall part where the water runs down into these buckets. You can see the pumps and the tubing for the waterfalls. Basically, I had thought about not using the clear waterfall parts, but then there's a lot of splashing and it just doesn't look right. It looks like a little trickle of water coming down from the pipe, so I might as well keep it like that, because then you can color the water and it spreads out, like put some green dye in it, and it just looks a lot better with the actual plastic waterfall. So that's how they used them in the store. They were designed, so that's how I will continue to use them, I guess. So yeah, and then I'm thinking about where I want to put them. Basically, the way they work, it's real simple. I mean, I kind of explained it already in that last vid, but the water was colorized at the store, and Katie's picking her nose. And they had it green, and it flows really thin. Stop it! Go away. Oh wait. Say hi.
Say hi to you too.
Buy fruit punch.
Okay. That's a sponsor, Tropical Punch. And it's a really thin pipe, and it flows pretty slowly. So without the waterfall piece, what I was trying to say is it just would sort of look like a trickle, so it wouldn't really work. It spreads out on that plastic sheet, and the green on it. Here, you should be filming while I'm tough. And you just covered up the. Can't stop that. Don't do that. Hold on, I'm gonna kick you in the cooler. But yes, everyone stick their hand in front of the camera now. Hey, you got mail. It's a little late in the day for the mail. Don't show my dad's man boobs on camera. All right, back over here. Right here. So I probably, I don't know if I'll just use food coloring or go to the pool supply place and get like watercoloring for it. Regardless, it doesn't matter to the point. You need something? You have a question about it?
He really thinks he's going to do this one more time.
Every year.
One more time every year.
Yep. So my idea was to, with that structure we built last year out of the boxes, basically build it pretty similar to it, and but have the sewer pipes coming out with the bucket in another like box, I guess a cardboard box with the pipe down in it. What are you doing? You're supposed to, if anything, be giving me input and helping, not
Cardboard boxes.
Yep. Having the water going into another box, you don't see it just going directly into the bucket on the ground. But then over here, basically doing the same kind of front idea we did last time, with like maybe a zombie or two popping out. Yeah, so that's the main big thing, I guess, for right now, is just trying to figure out where those waterfalls can go, because it's a cool effect, and I probably wouldn't do like the ghost reader and have that other ghost up here. It would definitely be sort of a dank, nasty sewer look, not so much like a spooky crypt look. I guess that's the best way to describe that. And then one other thing, which Katie, you're more than welcome to interrupt and speak if you want to. You don't have to be mute. Over here, like last year we just had it where they came up to here and you viewed into there. I like it, and I wouldn't mind doing it again.
Dark.
I know it's dark. It's the only time I freaking have time to come over here and even do this. But I'd like to do the path back over there again, just to make the haunt longer.
With the spider web?
Maybe, but I mean, but the problem is when I do that, it leaves so little room to decorate on this side.
Yeah, then you like cram everything like in this one little. It's all like in a row. Like
yeah, it just doesn't look very good. And then the same thing over here, you get a little bit more room, but I was kind of thinking maybe making the path, like if I wanted to do that, fence it off, like the fence, you know, going this way to there, and then.
Oh, so being on that side of the tree.
Yeah, so you'd get.
You get more room on this side, but nothing on behind them.
Yeah, and I guess it would still give. It'd still give a decent amount of space to do stuff. I don't know. It's just hard to figure out. What do I do, like graveyard-wise? I was thinking of maybe putting the graveyard just like all out there and dedicating this to something else. But one thing.
Well, if you have the sewer stuff and the dank sewery kind of stuff, you can't go from that to graveyard, like right. I don't know. It just seemed like there's no flow
we
there.
ain't working with a mile of space here. I mean, you kind of gotta back it up against each other.
There's
a little
no
bit.
flow.
Oh, the water would be the flow. One thing I wanted to mention is, since I've multiple years now have done a big display and I've changed it up pretty much, you know, quite a bit each year. Like I love how Steve, like, you know, does the graveyard in his yard, which is basically, you know, the same but with some new props, but completely changes his haunt, which I can't really do in that sense. I just, you know, don't have. I have so much invested in the props I already have. But he makes a lot more stuff than I do, so I like the idea of completely changing it, but I would like to get input from all the viewers, sort of as like help design the haunt. You know, I'm sure I'll be doing multiple of these videos, and I'm not just saying, oh, give me an idea and I'll use it or I won't use it, but you guys kind of know what we're working with in the sense of props and things. You know, I have all that rebar and a bunch of pumpkins and those kind of aspects. You can go back and watch some old videos in case you want to see some things we have or we didn't use last year. But maybe just throw out some ideas of how things can be placed. This, you know, you know kind of the aspect of the yard too. At least you should if you've been watching Halloween videos.
Did you show him that diagram?
No, I haven't showed.
That might help him.
Yeah, I found a folder. Katie found a folder of a bunch of old drawings and Hunter's headquarters, like logos and doodles and stuff we did, and some prop things, which I'll show at some point. But there's a old drawing of the front yard area and the sketch of like where I wanted some props to go. Which you're almost standing in a big puddle.
Oh, I think I totally am standing. This whole area is a big puddle.
Katie got her footies wet.
My slippers are all wet.
Your flippers? Your slippers?
I said my slippers.
Now they're flippers. Or something.
Yeah, because they're wet. Dang it.
I don't know. I like the idea of making it go back over there just to give more walking area so people can see more stuff, but we'll see. That's it for right this second. Turn it off.
Touch it.
Doggy paddle? What are you doing? So Katie's idea that I just failed on, I said no, was to... Alright, let me get you guys up to date. You just missed that. What the fuck was that? She just had a spasm. In the darkness, which you can't really see shit of, so... to do this area as like a... And I hate to say it, but I won't put it the way Katie put it. She said like a zombie apocalypse in here, but I won't say it because that's just everybody's going to be doing that this year. So let's just say creatures and monsters mixed in up here, not an actual graveyard. No, you know, stones or anything like that.
No stones.
No stones. No headstones.
No rocks. No boulders.
No.
No pebbles.
But I swear to God, I'm gonna bury her out here tonight. instead of helping with this, she's more of just being a goofball.
Hey, I've given you some really good ideas.
She
Thank you
gave
very
me a
much.
few ideas. So to kind of go with the theme of like it would have the sewer sort of pipe theme, and here it would have like the sewer pipe theme. It would have
Pipe.
yes, yeah, and then like rubble. And when I mean rubble is, I tried to explain it last year and I didn't even get to do it because of the rain. And watch, it'll rain this year, so I won't be able to fucking do it anyway. But basically,
He's in a bad mood.
shh, the cardboard box idea, covering it with the jute netting, it worked out fine for the crypt, and for the most part, with the zombies popping out, it looked cool. I was satisfied with it for what it was. So imagine that, but just sort of like Katie said, a wharf or like a junkyard or something along those lines where it would sort of make sense there'd be like sewer pipes and water near.
Crates covered in netting.
Yeah, basically thinking of crates being covered in netting, what you just said, what I just repeated.
Yeah.
And sort of like do like a pile here that looks like it's sort of fallen over onto the tree that you kind of have to walk under, and then maybe do like a pile over there and some over there, just to take up space, just to use up space, and then to
And so that things can hide behind it.
Yeah, claustrophobic, and it'll make more sense of instead of just having a zombie.
Where you can see them all walking up. It's like, oh look, there's a bunch of they'd come around a corner and there'd be
like there'd be a zombie or something like standing right here, just so it's not blatant that they're just standing.
hey, look, there's a field of zombies.
Yeah. The only thing is though, I'm trying to figure out what to make the path out of that would still make sense. For the longest time, we used spider webs.
That's not gonna
doesn't really
fit.
blend in
Yeah, with
as
the
much.
crate
Then the
wharf-looking idea.
The other idea was barbed wire, or no. Well, I guess we could use barbed wire, but that would be a decent amount of barbed wire. And then the other idea was the fencing. I mean, that would be the easiest of, hey, walk this path. But then Katie's idea, which I started videoing, this was, let's just run a few lines of.
It's the best idea.
It's the retarded one. Let's just run some fishing line, just some strands of fishing line. I'm like, well, what would that be? Just to keep people out. I'm like, well, first of all, they might not even be able to see it.
Exactly. That's the point.
I know, but
then they would be like, oh, okay, wait, I guess I'm not supposed to go there.
But that
But it puts them in it. They feel like those zombies could walk over and touch them.
But then there's no path. That's the problem.
Oh, there would definitely be a path. I mean, there's going to be other people walking on the path.
If there was just fishing line, I can guarantee you somebody or some kid would go, ah! And walk into the fishing line.
Well, that's because they're stupid.
Well, unfortunately, you have to take into consideration.
I don't think it would hurt them. They would just bounce off
walk
of it.
face first into the fishing line. It might not feel good across your face. So that's
it's not going to be like so tight that it'll chop their head off or something.
Well, you never know. So that idea was canceled. No, so that's where we're at. We're building upon argument of ideas.
Inside.
Oh, now she's going inside.
My feet are cold.
All right, so Katie has now fallen asleep. We came over just mainly to eat dinner tonight and to do planning for 2012, just because I have a feeling that touring wise, besides the what the fuck month is this? Oh, sorry, January. Besides the February and March tour dates, I have a feeling I'll probably be gone for a lot of the summer as well, and it's just going to be a busy year. So I kind of have to do these kind of things now when I have a free, month or two off. But I got an idea for this area in between the two sewer pipes. I could take some of my rebar, some of the shorter pieces, and sort of build like a front of a sewer entrance, or just a graded area, and put, just maybe 4 or 5 of the shorter pieces of rebar and attach them to, the boxes. And I'll put some of the skeletons in there just to sort of create, not really like a jail, but, more of just I guess, a sewer entrance. You know, it's not going to look. I'm not basing it off of necessarily. You know, that has to look like the entrance to a sewer. Or this has to look like anything. You know, it's more of interpretation of weirdness, I guess. But yeah, so I figured I could make just a graded area with the rebar and have some of the skeletons in, like maybe reaching out, and you know, just put some mood lighting inside there. I think we decided on, for this area, for the path to go back in over in there, to wall the path with just strips of the netting, just to sort of keep the whole flow and theme of netting in this whole area. I really kind of want to, if I'm going to take it a little bit more haunted house style, you know, meaning the sense of actually trying to scare people or create, you know, like a claustrophobia feel. I figure, you know, it'll be cool to have it start, you know, from this area and go all the way back there, and make it really like challenging for, you know, younger kids or more scared people to actually want to go back in there. And you know, like I mentioned a little earlier, definitely any ideas. I would really like, you know, I'm not going to say I'm going to let you guys completely build my haunt or anything, just because I wouldn't. Too controlling for that. No. It would be pretty hard. But I do really want to work in your guys' ideas. I figured it'll just be something a little different. Like I said, I've done multiple different versions of haunts here for 20 years now, so I wouldn't mind doing something a little bit different. But yeah, so I guess that's it for the first round of planning. I got basically a whole theme idea. No tombstones up here, no graveyard, sort of the netted crates idea, like stacks and kind of like leaning over into the trees, so you have to walk underneath them, and then the sewer stuff up here, and then just do one row of boxes just right here, just to create some, just like I did last year, just to create some levels and planes of view. And yeah, so let me know, help me out, help me and Katie design 2012 haunt, and I'll see you guys next time.